So the lesson cliche is left hand first, right hand second. What's the next number? All right, some heads are down, some heads are up. Which is it?
It's down. That's up.
It's down. Yep.
All right, I see different. Is it, how does it end? Up or down?
This is
That's
6.
up.
So you wait for me to say 7.
No, 6, y'all not looking at
No,
numbers.
6 is down.
All right, that's 6. All right, so don't lift your head up until I say the next number. That's 6, 7, 8. I'm laughing at Cliche, because Cliche says, I'm trying. All right, Cliche. Girl, you are a team player. All right, you two go over there, you two go over there. Let's just take it from the top. Line is 4 days old is about gun control, about mental illness. And what do those two have to do with each other? That's what 4 days old is about. What those two have to do with each other. Some people think if you get rid of all the guns, there will be no more murders or mass murders. And it's a debate. And 4 days old really shares with the audience, we got a better idea than gun control and mental illness. Listen to, her name is Alex. Alex has her own theory on what can stop mass killing. Alex was standing, and then Alex sat down when Alex sat down after her. People get creeped out when they see unseen spirits, and who was the genius who put the study up? You said that sitting down. You should still be standing. And then when Wesley jumps up to attack you, Wesley's going to attack you because you're saying the doctors are lying about mental illness, and then Wesley will be standing. So I'm just saying this goes for both Alexes. Don't sit down when Wesley's talking about the Sandy Hook. Now, one thing you did forget, Cliche, you didn't mention Adam Lanza's name, and you didn't say he had autism, but you did say he was a friend of yours. And then somebody said, he your friend? He killed people. Why you call him a friend? I heard somebody say that. And that's a good, honest improv. But you were saying he's your friend, and that's what Rose and you're supposed to do. You're supposed to defend this guy who killed 26 babies.
At a music concert is not mental illness. Doctors are lying to people, calling these murderers mentally ill. Please, that is not mental illness.
Doctors are not lying when they say
called a wicked spirit originally. Science can't defeat a wicked spirit. Science can only create medicine to tame those spirits. I mean, people get creeped out thinking about an unseen spirit. It's scientific to call it an illness. People can't accept spiritual reality if they don't accept God. Who was the genius who put the study of evolution in every public school? No wonder that young man shot and killed 26 first graders at Sandy Hook.
What? When did this happen?
Back in 2012,
Oh,
Kim was a friend of mine.
a friend.
We went to the same college together. We shared notes. But I would never imagine him killing 25 babies in their classroom just 10 days before Christmas.
I don't know, man. I just find it hard to believe that Jesus is only crying with those 26 families. Like, only crying with them. It's not enough that bullying and peer pressure in school is causing kids to commit suicide. It's not enough that the parents have to suffer from not being able to help their kids.
God hurts when we
Deal
hurt.
with it.
God hurts when we hurt.
I mean,
Hi, I'm Rose Genevieve, and I am with the actors from OTR Theater for 4 days. So what can you tell me about yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Valerie Green, and I play Alex in 4 Days Old, and so I'm actually a grad student about to graduate next weekend with my master's in communications. So acting's always been a passion for me since I was like 8, 9 years old. So I've been doing it for quite some time, but it's something I'm passionate about. It's my happy place. So when Michael reached out to me about, being a part of 4 Days Old, it was a great opportunity because a lot of the subjects that are talked about in the play, I can actually kind of relate to a lot of it. So a lot of it hits close to home. So it was actually a great experience for me to be, a part of it. So,
He just doesn't dish out justice when it's time. We only believe in what we find attractive, and that I find attractive.
Are you gonna be a lawyer?
right.
How long you been saved?
I would say when you and I was smoking crack together. God had already saved me. I just need to surrender my life. Kelly is saying.
Kelly, she right behind me. She can get here in food. And Wes, you and I can go see Fuzz when Kelly get here. And I was thinking, your friend, the wacko that killed the 26 babies, I mean, what could you have done to help him with his mental illness?
First, stop calling it mental illness. Second, if you don't see your prayers working, keep on praying that His kingdom come, His will be done on earth. I say no murder is based on mental illness. All murders are based on spiritual illness. Praying will fight those spirits.
You sure you're
tuition and get my daily hits. Now, the way I live my life, that could be mental illness, but legally, not one murder should be called mental illness. Look, I have a girlfriend who's married to a Muslim. She's the vice president at PNC Bank, and her husband's a bus driver. He controls both of their paychecks. What my girlfriend is allowing, I call that mental illness.
My name is London Drake, and I am an actor in this play, 4 Days Old as well. I play Kelly. I'm a self-taught dancer, and I recently started acting like last year. I've just started doing plays and stuff when Michael reached out to me, and it's been a great experience being in all these plays with him.
So what can you tell me about your theater experience or film experience?
Yeah. So, I believe it or not, even though my bachelor's in theater, I actually have a lot more TV and film under my belt. I'm actually currently filming a web series, actually, called The Hand I Was Dealt. It's season 3. And it's now available on YouTube. So I did a lot of stuff with, I used to do background work with Lifetime when they had the show Army Wives. They used to show on Lifetime. I did a lot of background work and production work with that show, actually. So I've kind of had, I would say I have maybe right now, I've been probably about 10 years experience total between film, TV, and theater. But like I said, it's something I've always been passionate about, and it's, now that I'm about to graduate, I'm looking to further that even more. So, the goal is to, really be at the ranks with, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, those actors, those actresses who I admire a lot. So
I took acting classes in high school, but that was really my own classes the only classes I took. I done a few plays, and I did some extra work for House of Cards, but Michael's plays were the biggest things I've done so far.
So what can you tell me about your experience as an actor, like in the background? Like any interesting stories you'd like to share?
Well, from my experience, especially doing, I would say, background work on Lifetime's Army Wives, it's kind of interesting to actually see like the lead actors, behind the scenes. They're human like us, so you get to see the personalities that, on screen, they seem, so nice, but then behind the scenes, it's a whole different, ball game, because they're human like us, they're on the set 13, 14 hours a day. So they get irritable or, so it's just amazing to, we see what we see on TV, but to actually see behind the scenes how they really are and really see what goes into putting together a show or production. Like, it's a lot of work. And people think that just because you get on stage or act, that's it. But like with theater, it's rehearsal, it's do this over and over, even with filming and television. You might have to shoot like 15 takes from different angles just to get that one scene, and people don't realize the work that goes into it. It's fun, but it's a lot of work, so.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's a job, just like any other job. And I think being in the background as a background actor, it gives artists a taste of what life is for the bigger actors, and it helps prepare you for if you really want to go into that field.
You ever gonna go back to your husband and your children? Hey, Mr. Chris, what would you do if your children, if they did what you do? Follow in your footsteps? It don't matter. I like you more than our average customers anyway. Man, Fuzz is gonna hit Brett hard. This will not stand. This will not stand.
Max, Brad gave Fuzz baking soda.
I know he put me on standby.
Brad don't care about seeing another vet. People don't care about seeing Marge. Just like this hussy right here. She don't care about seeing another vet.
Chill. We don't disrespect our customers.
She disrespects herself. Why can't I join in on how she loves herself?
Man, that lost some Fuzz, Kelly. And what's your real beef with her anyway?
She was my 5th grade teacher. Her daughter and I were best friends. She should have never abandoned Lauren and Michelle.
All of our customers, have low self-esteem. But you can't disrespect them.
They have low self-esteem. She has no self-esteem.
Hey, Kelly, listen. You see that TV show called The Sopranos? The actor who played Tony Soprano said in a TV interview that he suffers from low self-esteem. Yeah, I'm like, before you were famous. I mean, people know his face in every country in the world. So how do you explain low self-esteem? He said the word esteem actually means love. So he suffers from low self-love. He said on the interview that, wait, Captain, listen. He said on the interview that when you don't love yourself, it means that you're not doing your best. We gotta stop caring what people think. Only care about what you think. If you think it was your best.
I love my son. She saw me looking sad the other day, and she asked could she pray for me. She's touching the mind. God won't hear her prayers.
The interview said that on the day of the Soprano casting, the HBO producers called the guy to confirm his role, and he told the HBO producers that they were making a mistake. And this is a gig of a lifetime. Now, how do you tell the producers of HBO that they got the wrong guy? Now that's no self-love.
Hi, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Heidi Hall.
My name is Cliche Henry.
And I am Tyra Vereen.
So can you tell me a little bit about your acting background or dancing background?
Well, I started acting when I was say 12, and I had to dance and act at the same time. It was a good experience. I learned a lot. I got stronger, and now being in this play, 4 days old, I've grown even more.
Well, I don't dance. I'm a singer and an actress. This is actually my first play, and I was extremely shy when I first started out, and this play helped me to grow as a performer and as an artist. I had fun. I think the play is amazing, and I enjoy the people I work with. Hit me up on YouTube, Cliche Henry, and also SoundCloud, Clishizzle. That's my rap name, by the way. CLICHIZZLE. Yes.
Ted Bundy.
Wait, who's Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy was this cute-looking, handsome nerd who killed at least 30 college women all over the country.
What?
No, that was the 1980s. And they caught him.
Yeah, they caught and killed him. But that evil wasn't killed.
I mean, how do you kill 30 different women all over the country?
He had charm. He would walk on left crutches, carry his books, and let them girls follow him to his van.
He had charm, all right. Charm is spelled wicked and twisted. What you been on that?
Girl, I've been coming up on 12 years clean.
Then what the hell are you doing in
Yes.
What else? You said 2 reasons. What else?
And tell y'all that Jesus lives.
Jesus lives, God's son. Wait, if Jesus lives, where was Jesus when I was 7 and my cousin raped me?
Jesus was crying with you when you were being raped. See, the only reason Jesus did not stop the rape was because he gave Adam power over the earth for 6,000 years, but Adam gave that power to Satan.
Her who? Who's that?
Hasatan, the Jews word for devil.
Adam gave the power. Adam gave
Power to the devil.
Yeah, Adam gave the power to the devil, and the devil gave that power to your cousin who raped you.
Adam gave Jesus the power.
You might be stretched it.
You might be.
Tell us about how did you meet Michael?
Well, I met him from Facebook actually. He saw my pictures, my dance pictures on Facebook. I was dancing in the snow, and he contacted my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh, Heidi, there's a play that you should be in," and I'm like, "Okay," and she's like, "Guess what your part is?" I'm like, "What, Mom?" She's like, "It's a drug dealer, a 15-year-old drug dealer." I'm like, "This should be interesting," and when I got here for the first rehearsal, I was nervous, and it's just been good learning and everything.
Same here. I met Michael on Facebook. I think one of his daughters contacted me, and then about a week later, I came in for audition, and then we was good to go. From then on, he been cool.
I found Mike through an extensive Instagram search. No, I was networking, and I came across a local actress who referenced On the Road Theater and a few other great theater companies in the DMV. And I was like, hey, let me just look to see, you know, what these different companies have going on. So I just clicked on each page and just was looking up, researching, liking. I even emailed some of the directors, and that's Mike returned one of my emails. And I came on as an intern, and I spent weeks working with him, helping with stage, all types of production. And I think 3 weeks into my internship, he offered me, he offered me the role day one, but 3 weeks into my internship, he said, hey, listen, we're good to go. You're going to be a part of this. So that's how it went. And I'm here, first on the road production, and it's really, really, really fun. So yeah, I met him through networking, just reaching out.
Not too long after 1969, we did a play I wrote in 1989 at the World Trade Center in the harbor, downtown Baltimore. And we produced the play on the 21st floor of the World Trade Center, and that was my first play. And somebody in the audience said, y'all need to take that play on the road. And did that stick? Yeah, it stuck. That's how we came up with the name On the Road. I wrote a story about my family. My family members who all have these 6 different lifestyles. 6 different lifestyles in one kitchen. And we're in the kitchen, and everybody's sharing their 6 different lifestyles. And that's when somebody said, you ought to take this play on the road. So that's how we came over OTR.